All right, guys, it's the first match of the Enzo Maresca era. Tomorrow the Enzo Maresca era starts officially, albeit unofficially. First of all, it's an unofficial match. It's a preseason match against Wrexham, and this is Enzo Maresca's first match. Excuse me, sorry, stop me. And this is Enzo Maresca. This will be Enzo Maresca's first match. Our first match for the preseason tour for the last concluded preseason, and we'll be facing Wrexham. Yeah, we're facing Wrexham. Then we faced them at our last preseason. We played against Wrexham also. We played and we won them. We trashed them 5-0. We had a very good preseason last season, and if you can see, if you follow the preseason last season, you can see that Chelsea, we did well against the lower team, and we didn't really get wins against the bigger teams like Borussia Dortmund. We drew against Borussia Dortmund. We drew against Brighton. We struggled against Brighton. We win Brighton. We struggled against Newcastle. Which other team? So basically, we struggled against the top teams, and we dominated the lower teams in the last season. In the last preseason matches, the last summer series, Chelsea won. You remember Chelsea winning the cup at the United States. The summer series cup was won by Chelsea, and we saw the likes of Jackson, Nkunku, Martin, Angelo, Murillo, and all these players. We saw their intelligence. Santos as well, and Cesare Casidad, they were all part of our last preseason bomb. A year ago, a year later, things have changed a little bit from the preseason. So I'll be giving previews. First of all, I'll be going with my predicted 11 for the Enzo Maresca's game, for the Chelsea versus Wrexham game, and I'll be going with my score, my scoreline prediction, what I think Chelsea will play and what I expect, and I'll be giving my thoughts throughout. And on a lighter note, this is my first preview match on this channel. Get me, and many more to come. After this, we drop against Celtic, and we'll move from there to the season in a whole lot of content. I'll be banging a whole lot of content on this channel. So first of all, we'll be going with the total list that made it to the squad that is going to the United States. That went to the United States. That traveled to the United States. You get me? And I would like to add that likes of Casado has returned, and he has joined the boys in the United States. And likes of Cucurella, Gallagher, and Fernandez set to join them very soon. And here is the list of people that made the 28-man list for the preseason, the United States tour. Now we'll be starting with the goalkeepers: Sanchez, Bentinelli, Eddie Batch, Lucas Bergostorm, Wesley Fofana, Renato Vega, Levi Cowell, Axel Disasi, Tosin Adrabayo, Josh Achpong, Ben Badoshil, Rich James, Malo Gusto, Chilwell. Midfielders: Leslie Gochukwu, Romeo Lavia, Kenan Dewsbury-Hall, Andre Santos, Connie Chukwuemeka, and the forwards: Raheem Sterling, Tariq Johnson, Mykhailo Mudryk, Angelo, Noni Madueke, Christopher Nkunku, Magay, and Amanda Buja, and Nicholas Jackson. Yeah, this is the total squad that made it to the preseason. Well, I have some problems. Yesterday the news broke out that Chalobah missed out, and a whole lot of other people. Chalobah is missing, Petrovic is missing, Omari Kellyman, our new signing, is equally missing, but he's out due to injury. Petrovic has a minor injury, and given that Chelsea wants to sell him, so he stays back. But the main reason was given that he has a minor injury, so he won't be going with the boys. And then I probably have the lists of people that were omitted from the squad. A lot of names on this list. And the top of my list is Trevor Chalobah. I've talked extensively of how I feel Chelsea disrespected Trevor Chalobah. I've discussed it in 2 videos. Check my last 2 uploads. You will see where I talked about it extensively. If you want to hear me rant about Trev, and then Trevor Chalobah, Afigikres, Malansa, Zerekasida, Kristelin, Washington, Morello, Kellyman, Caleb Wiley, Angelino, Arizabalaga, Busto, David Dashofana, Humphrey, Lukaku, Meto, Soleimani, Vale, Dejan Richards, Dyer, Murray Campbell, Samuel Smith, a lot of them, and I can't even list all of them. So these are players that are missing out. As you can see, more than 30 players, or up to 30 players missed out on the preseason. I won't be joining the boys for the preseason. Get me? I won't be joining a lot of them. But out of everyone, the one I'm disappointed not to see most is Trevor Chalobah. I think that's because they want to sell him. Petrovic as well. I think it's because of the injury, but I think maybe if he recovers, he joins with the boys. I think that's a possibility as well. And then here is my predicted 11. Here is it. Look at it. Yeah. Okay. So let's go. I'll be starting with Sanchez at the goalkeeping post because already Chelsea said they will be assessing Sanchez for the as a goalkeeper. They will be assessing Sanchez as a goalkeeper, and obviously, you can see that none of these boys, the Martinelli, the Birch, or Lucas Begostorm, has the chance to actually display Sanchez. You get me? So Sanchez rightly starts as a goalkeeper because we need to assess him. We need to see, maybe he's good on the training, but we need to see what Sanchez. I already see what Sanchez looks like. On pressure, it's very bad. Enzo Maresca needs to see, then he needs to be proven wrong. As you can see, Chelsea in the market for a new goalkeeper, a lot of them, and I discussed it in my previous video. Go check that out. So I'll be going my two defender, which will come as a surprise for you, is Vega and Tosin. Initially, I think he's going to start Tosin and Colwell. That's what I think is going to start. But I think Vega needs to be seen. You get me? Vega needs to be seen, and he needs to play. He's a new signing. He can play as a central defender, left back, and as a midfielder, as a DM, also as a central midfielder. So he's a very versatile player, and I think he starts next match. Liverpool doesn't even have much to prove. This is Wrexham we are talking about. I think we still have more stronger matches that Liverpool can start in the preseason, but I don't think this is the match. I think Vega starts and Tosin, because we really need to see what he looks like on the blue shirt. And I'm going on the right wing. I'll be talking about Reece James. Yeah, Reece James has to start. He needs to get his match fitness up. He needs to, I'm going with the players available on the bus, the players going to the preseason tour now. Reece James, our captain, he needs to, we need to see him play so he can get his match fitness up. We saw him in the preseason last season. Oh, he was injured in the preseason. I don't know, but I think he's definitely starting ahead of Malo Gusto. But I think we might see a very shocking surprise, Malo Gusto starting. But I think James starts. He needs to get his match fitness up because he's definitely not playing the three first matches of the season. He's going to be missing out on it because of the red card he received. I already talked about it, about what Chelsea in US, about when I did a bit about Chelsea being in US, and stuff like that. And at the left wing, we'll be talking there will be no other player than Chilwell. Yeah, I think Chilwell starts because if you look at the defenders, you won't see much of left winger, except I don't know whether Achipong is not a left winger, definitely. So Ben Chilwell is our only available left wing, and I think he's going to start definitely. Ben Chilwell starts definitely. We want to see what he looks like. He's a player that Chelsea wants to move. He's a player that Chelsea wants to be sold. He's a player that has been inconsistent due to injuries, and we see when Ben Chilwell is at top of his game, we know the kind of player we need to get. And I think this is his chance to prove to Enzo Maresca why we need to let him to be at the team. You get me? And why he's the ideal man, and gets his match fitness up as well. And at the midfield, we'll go with DM Romeo Lavia. I think we'll definitely see Romeo Lavia or Andres Santos, but I think Romeo Lavia starts ahead of Andres Santos, or Andres Santos starts, Romeo Lavia comes in. But I think Romeo Lavia shoots in there because he has been out basically throughout last season, and he needs to have more match time. And I think he has worked with Enzo Maresca in the past at the Man City U20 setup, and I think he understands. He has a good relationship with the coach, and he understands what the coach wants. And I think he's the kind of player that is going to slot in perfectly in the Enzo Maresca system. He's very good defensively. He's very good attacking. He has very nice pass range. He's very strong midfielder. Very good midfielder. He can play as a central midfielder. He can play equally as a defensive midfielder, and he offers something we don't have in the middle of the park, which is height. Height. And as you can look at Knight's two centre backs, they are very tall. Renato Viega is very tall. Tosin Adibara is very tall, and that's one thing Chelsea, we need to have because of the area duels and stuff like that. And I'll be going to the left hand side of the pitch, and I'm talking about a man that we're definitely going to see stats in the name of Kenan Drewsbury Hall. Excuse me. My mic is moving mad sometimes. I remember I recorded one video certain time, and then this shit was off, and I was just talking to myself. So I have to just come back and re-record it. I don't want that to repeat itself again. So Kenan Drewsbury Hall, we know he's a man who definitely know what he's going to offer to the team. He knows what the coach wants. He has played with the coach, and I think he's definitely going to start because a lot of us are buzzing to see Drewsbury Hall start and see what he has to offer for the team. Definitely. And then at the other side, regarding that we don't have much midfielders at the other side, I think Andres Santos starts. Initially my choice there is Chukwuemeka, but I think Santos might start. But I think Chukwuemeka, I want Chukwuemeka to be there, but I think that Santos will definitely. Oh, should I say? I'm putting Chukwuemeka there. Because we saw him last season. He's a very good player. Very good player. Very, he's very exciting to watch. Very okay midfielder. He can play as a 10, he can play as an 8, can equally play as a wing. I think he's very versatile, and I think he's going to play well at that wing. You get me? He has been out pretty much injured, and I think he needs to get his match fitness up, as well as Romeo Lavia, as well as James, as well as Chilwell. And I'll be going to the front seat of the front players, our attackers, and I'll be going with the left side. In my other video I said Mudryk might be starting, but yeah, I think I changed that. Tariq George, we will definitely be starting. Tariq George will start that left hand side. He's a left winger. A very good young left winger. I think we see him start in this Wrexham game. Not much pressure on him. He starts, maybe get substituted in second half for Mudryk to come on. Maybe it's happened, but he's a very young player, and I think we'll be giving. What's the essence of having all these young players if we don't get to give them chance to play? You get me? So he's going to definitely start at that left wing. And then we're talking about the central side. The Nkunku is a no-brainer. I want to see Maguire in there, but I think Chelsea said they are going to assess Nkunku and see how well he does. Maybe Maguire comes in second half, maybe Maguire starts, but I think Nkunku starts because Chelsea said I want to try Nkunku and see how he performs there before signing a striker, which I think is all tactics. which I think Nkunku is a very good left wing player. Can play at the left wing side of the pitch for us. But I think he's going to start as a number 9. Jackson is definitely not starting because he's still injured. And then maybe Magay comes in as a second half sub, and the right wing side, I will put in there. I won't be putting Noni Madueke there. Why? I think he's proven. I think I see Angelo starting there. We saw Angelo was very brilliant for Chelsea last preseason. This is Wrexham, for crying out loud. It's not that of a big match. We saw Angelo start the preseason match. You saw how good he was, how exciting player he was. Very, 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 very good player he was. In the preseason for us last preseason. I think he starts. Maybe Nonimado he comes in second half, but I'm definitely sure he starts. And this is my ideal or predicted first 11 for the Chelsea Wrexham game. And if you think that there's somewhere you want to make changes, let it on the comment section. I will be here to listen. So I'll be giving my predicted scoreline. I'll be giving my scoreline. Last season we trashed them 5-0, and that was because what's the name of this goalkeeper? Foster was really, really down. As you can see, after that preseason, I think he terminated his contract and was like, nah, I'm done, because he retired and he came out of retirement to keep for Wrexham, which was his goal at the first stage of his career. So I think he's equally said, okay, no, I don't think I can do this, and then he quits and he get up and he's off. And given that he's a new coach, even though we only played them, Pochettino was equally a new coach, but it's different. The whole thing is different, a new philosophy, a new playing style. So I'm not expecting the 5-0. I think it will come as a shock. Chelsea trash Wrexham 5-0. But before I say my scoreline, I think you should help me. Tell me your scoreline prediction. What you think Chelsea should score at the comment section. And I think the scoreline will be 4-0. Will be 4-0, and I think Magay definitely scores. Christopher Nkunku definitely scores. Mudryk comes in and scores. And any other person, maybe Dewsbury Hall scores for Chelsea. Get me. And this is my first preview for any match. This is the first preview I'm ever doing on this channel. So first of all, tell me if you like it. Tell me so I can, I definitely will be doing about Celtic. You get me? So if you don't know where to watch the match, you can get it on the 5th Stand app, the Chelsea app. Download the 5th Stand app. You can watch it there. You know what I mean? So with that said, that will be all for now. And after the match, you come here and I'll drop my review. I'll come here and we'll chop it up. I'm definitely stay awake to watch that match, and I will come here and I will tell you what I think about the match. You get me? So that said, you go be.